Hello, everybody. We are live. I am Dr. Cassandra Bradford, and you are watching Business First with me, Dr. Cassandra Bradford. And every Friday from 11 to 12, I normally host this podcast with two special guests. So, how are you guys doing on today? Today is March 19th, and we are going to command our morning. Good morning, morning. I decree and I declare great things are happening for me today. Why not you? Why don't you command your morning? Command that you're going to have a great, wonderful, happy, and a fantastic day. No matter what your kids did last night, no matter the phone call you got early this morning that somebody ate the last piece of cake, no matter what bad news you have received up until this point, it is a great time to command the rest of your morning and the rest of your day. Hi, business owners. I love talking to you guys. Listen, as you guys know, we travel up and down, and you never know what's going to happen on a day-to-day basis. If you're going to get a good call, a bad call, if the credit card not going to go through, is it going to go through? Is your client going to pay you today? Whatever it is, today is a great day for you to speak and command your morning to have a great, wonderful, happy, and a successful day. You are in charge of your day. So I see that my special guest, SOFEYA, has joined us. And so, hey, lady, how you doing? I haven't seen you in, 2 years now. SOFEYA, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Uh-oh, you're a little frozen, so I'll keep talking. Can you hear us, Faye? So we're going to keep talking until she can get her technical difficulties taken care of. So how are you?
I'm good. I'm back. My earphones were not connected. I couldn't hear anything.
Well, I am
Can you hear me?
I can hear you great. How are you? It's been
I'm
2
good. Thank you
years,
so
guys.
much.
Isn't she beautiful? I'm telling you guys, I met her. I remember Faye interviewed to be a speaker for the Run Women's Conference, and I read her bio. I was so impressed. And then she came to my conference and she killed it, guys. She dropped the microphone on me, and everyone's like, who is this woman who opened up the conference? So when I got ready to look for people to interview for my podcast, I immediately thought, let me talk to Faye, because if this lady can rock the mic like she did at the Run Women's Conference 2 years ago, I definitely want you guys to know who she is and what she does. So how are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much.
How
Thank
you?
you for inviting me.
Yeah, so tell everybody who you are and what you do. I can't wait. I can't wait for them to know. I can't say it.
Well, I have created a new system, a new method of transformation, personal, business, in any way. Basically, the key for everything is who you are, because your business is a reflection of who you are, right?
Yes.
Your life is a reflection of who you are. So everything that we see is expressed, is the expression of who we are. And so a lot of the programs are geared towards helping us
Uh-oh.
to take to live a better life. But the question is, who is the person who is actually doing these actions and habits? So a lot of programs are geared towards how to think positively, how to change your mindset. But the question is again, who is the one thinking those thoughts? Who is the one feeling these feelings? Who is the one creating these things? So, and that all comes down to who I am. And I know that there is a lot of talk about authenticity, and people today are so much more attuned towards like wanting something real. So, and all of that is coming from the source of our beingness, of who we are. So to understand what that is and how to take it to another level is what I do.
So she
Yes.
said, how do you take what you're thinking to another level, even about yourself? right? About your business, about your health, or whatever it is you're thinking about yourself. It's I believe that everything that we do starts with a thought. Right? Everything that we do starts with a thought. Just like when you got out of bed this morning, there was a thought that if you put your feet on the floor, it's gonna hold up your upper body, right? So everything starts with a thought, whether you think it consciously or subconsciously, right? And so, how do you get people to change their thoughts or change the way they see themselves? I mean, is that
Well, it's the case that you woke up today and you had the thought, and I woke up today and I had a thought, and our thoughts are different. And every single person had a different kind of thought. So why do we have different thoughts? Because we're different.
mm-hmm. We're definitely different people. Mm-hmm.
Souls. I don't. So the thought comes from the consciousness of the person who is experiencing those thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So if that consciousness isn't developed very much, then the thought is going to be at the level of, negative, producing something that's not very productive. So at the end of the day, our thoughts are running around like crazy. We have difficult time controlling them.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to find a way of how to tune in into that aspect of ourselves to have an easier time to control the thought. So my system is geared exactly towards that. It's basically, this is how it is. Like Cassandra, you've been Cassandra for how many years now?
Almost 57.
So for 57 years that I haven't been SOFEYA for 50 years. I've changed my name a number of times. So I'm on my third name right now. So yes. So, but most of the people have had that name for that many years. So what that means is, since childhood, you've been thinking and living and taking and doing things pretty much in the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So even though you have improved, you still kind of following the same pattern. So our lives is kind of governed by a pattern. And that pattern to be, I live in alignment with who I am. Now, for some people, I live in alignment with who I am produces great results. And for other people, it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So
Uh-oh, I think we're frozen.
people that do what I'm doing, just do what I'm doing and things going to be better for you. But the key is they live in alignment with who they are. That's why their things work for them. And for someone else trying to follow the same formula doesn't necessarily work.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where we came and how do I look at that? And this is where taking a deeper inquiry, start realizing that, I'm not SOFEYA. I'm a child of God. What does that mean? So what does that mean to me? What is God?
Mm-hmm.
So we look at it as God is like energy, love.
Mm-hmm.
And what is love? We can break it down to many different things. And for example, let's say, is God success? Would you say God is success?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 100%.
100%.
God is success, period. Yes. So, look around, everything, anything that was created had to be created with a level of success, because if it didn't get created, it's not successful. If watching this podcast, then you're success.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because if you were not success, you'd be dead. You wouldn't be here. So that means who I am is success. But then your level of success is not the same as my level of success. And then how we see success is also different. And so that begins determining how we show up in life. Mm-hmm. How you express your level of success in life and how I express my level of success in life. For someone, the level of success is spending time all day in front of TV watching news or watching something else or playing video games and eating donuts all day long, that is 100% surely I am success at watching TV all day, right? So our thoughts are in reflection of that level. So if I let go of my name and say, forget my name, today I'm going to wake up and I'm going to call myself, I am success, I want. And the key in that I am success, I want, because everything is success, but I get to choose what I want. So I actually don't want to be all of success. I only want to be success that I want, not any other success.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then I'll look at my life and I will see that there are some parts in my life success I want, and some parts of my life are not. Why? So probably everything that you are happy with that success, you were conscious in creating it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And other things, you just like on impulse, taking some actions without even knowing why you're taking that action. So, I mean, how many of you have just felt like, I mean, you're checking the phone and you don't even remember why you grabbed that phone and where are you and what are you doing?
I call that getting older.
But we do this kind of actions all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you sit on the couch and all of a sudden you're up walking somewhere and you are not conscious of why you got up and why you started walking.
Mm-hmm.
So the more we participate in unconscious, impulsive living, the more we create things that we don't want. So, and at the same time, the more we raise the level of consciousness,
Wow, this is good.
the level, the raising the quality of our lives. So I imagine life, a system that I have created is allowing you to choose qualities like success, but there are 50 qualities like success that is like cooperation and love and gratitude and compassion and support and willingness, courage. So there are 50 qualities, and you can choose the quality that you feel you are lacking in, that awareness and intentionality, and that you would really benefit by taking that to a higher level. So now, instead of just being Cassandra or SOFEYA or Mike or John or whatever, you can now look, you know, I want to take this success or courage, and I kind of feel like my level of awareness and presence in this quality is like at the level 4, but I want to be at the level 7. So how do I do that? And you begin consciously thinking about that. Now, in today's world, you know how difficult it is to stay present and remember.
Mm-hmm.
So this is why I imagine life is created on a system of drinking water. So I'm here on enthusiasm today. So trying to raise that level of enthusiasm to a higher level. So this is a coaster. I imagine the coasters, and you charge your water on this coaster. And every time you drink your water, it reminds you, this is who I am today. And this is the quality that I want to take to a higher level. So every time. So staying in remembrance is the key. Because the truth of the matter is, when you wake up this morning, the reason you think the thoughts that you think is because you remember who you were yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's good. That's some good stuff. Instead of who we are today.
How do you know that? Because you remember that. You
Mm-hmm.
remember that from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So our consciousness operates in time. So we remember who we are from yesterday. We stand on the shoulders of yesterday. But then yesterday we have created something and we want this to be better. So we want to improve it and create something better in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So if we continue remembering and doing the same things that we were doing yesterday, all we can do is recreate yesterday and not really create tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So if we want to create a better tomorrow, then we have to begin bringing different things in, and these qualities bring in something different into your life to begin shifting your thoughts into how they want to show up as a higher, better self, a higher level of success, a higher level of enthusiasm, a higher level of support, a higher level of generosity, a higher level of unlimited abundance, of health, trust, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So each day I can focus on one quality, take it a little bit higher to a higher level. When I wake up tomorrow morning, I will remember that all day long today was enthusiasm. So when I wake up in the morning, immediately I remember I am enthusiasm, I desire.
Mm-hmm.
So that starts my thoughts in a different place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is good. Are you guys, I mean, I am so in tune to what she's saying, because a lot of us, we remember the negative that happens in our lives and who we are. Then maybe we didn't say the
Yes.
right things yesterday, and oh my God, I feel so bad. I didn't handle that correctly. But like she was saying, now, you can focus on your today and changing that characteristic of who you want to be today. We can't change what happened yesterday, but we can definitely start by making a change within ourselves for today and tomorrow, right? So it gives us it's almost like I can wake up another day and be a better version of me, right? How do you wake up and you be a better, it's a better day. It's a new day. I always say this is a new day for me to apologize for the shortcomings I had yesterday, but to strengthen me to be a better person for today and tomorrow, right? Because I can't change what happened yesterday, right? If I could, we all would.
Correct.
We can't. So now how do I be a better person starting today? And guess what? You woke up today, which means you got another chance to get it right.
Correct. I would also bring it up what I imagine help to deal with negativity. For example, let's just ask ourselves this question again. Is God negative or positive?
It's positive.
Or is God is? Is it positive or is it just is? Is it
It is.
neutral?
Mm-hmm.
It's neutral, right? There's no negative and positive. It just is. So from the God's perspective, rain is not positive or negative.
Mm-mm.
It's just storm
Just right.
is everything. So the tendency of positive and negative is a human trait that we give meaning to things. This is bad and this is good.
Mm-hmm.
So with imagined life, we train people to see that the quality is neutral.
Mm-hmm.
So if I am judging like, oh, this is a failure, to remember there is no failure. God is success. And so that means nothing but success exists.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like selfishness, for example. Somebody asked me yesterday the question, God doesn't exist. Then what is it? Well, you can ask, what do you judge as selfishness? Is it lack of support? Is it lack of cooperation? What do you judge as selfishness? So if you see it that way, let's say support, and then you see it, well, it's a low level of support. So what do you want? Do you want, I don't want this person to be selfish, or would you like to ask this person for more support? To see how the shift happens.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying, okay, this is like a low level of support and I want more. So now I can come to you and say, can you assist me? Can you give me more support? Instead of attacking the person and saying, you're so selfish, all you do is just things for yourself. So it changes how we begin operating in the world. We begin seeing more clearly what we want. And instead of being negative, positive about it, we can come on to understanding things are the way they are. How can I approach the subject from a more neutral and clear, truthful perspective? And what is exactly I want in my soul? So that begins transform things huge level. Yeah, and the water cheers helps with that.
You guys, I'm telling you, this is so good. I love it because it talks about what we're not talking about changing somebody else. We're talking about ourselves. And so, as you guys know, water replenishes all the time. And this is just a new day to be replenished on the things that we want in our life, just what she's saying. And so, if you're looking for replenishment, right, in your life for yourself, you got to, you, when you're talking about existing, you always have to deal with yourself first. I have to deal with me, my mind, my thoughts, my mouth, what comes in my eye gate, my ear gates, right, and what comes out of my mouth. So I'm starting with me. So if I'm replenished in what's going in me, now what comes out of me is going to change the entire trajectory of what I'm wanting to accomplish, right? And so, wow.
Yes.
And so you haven't even hit on how really in detail about how you use water. Really, I don't know, not as so much as a metaphor of what you're saying. And I really want, I know we only got a few minutes left, but can you really just hit on that? Because I love when you use water to explain what you're talking about.
Well, because water is life, and when the water is sitting on the coaster, it actually transforms its own molecular structure. Dr. Emoto, a Japanese researcher, he did a lot of research with the water, and he discovered that the water changes the molecular structure when we give water positive thoughts and affirmations, and negative, not just positive, but water takes on both. And if you think about this, our body is 60 to 80% water. So begin drinking this water, not only it reminds you to see the quality, but also drinking the water filled with this quality, it begins transforming your consciousness from the inside out on a molecular level. It is so powerful. It's like mind blowing. I mean, honestly, when I first started this, it was like, well, it's going to be a cool business. I did not realize how much it's going to transform my life to that degree. And I wanted to say, I've created cards like this, and you can see the little square with
Mhm.
success. So you can cut this out, and you can use that as a coaster for your water.
And then
It's
it goes into the coaster.
vibrationslife.com/VIP. So they can download this, and there is a video that they can watch to do the meditation of embodying success quality more in their life. And then they can use that, putting the water on, so they can just experience that. And the other thing I wanted to share, like, I've created something else. I've created this thing. You can see it's like emotions, but there's a stickers.
Hmm.
Okay, we call them I stickers, and we say for the change to become permanent, I it must stick to I. For
Hmm.
the change to become permanent, it must stick to I, and this is why we call them I stickers.
Hmm.
So I stickers, I seen stickers. They're like about one a little less than an inch big,
Hmm.
and you can put them on your moisturizer, your lipstick, your mascara, your shampoo, your conditioner. I mean, you can put it on your food. Like I put respect, I respect, I stick it on my sugar containers. So when I reach for sugar, I read, I am respect, I desire. I'm like, I'm not gonna eat that sugar now.
Hmm.
So you can put them on different things to keep yourself reminding of these qualities that you want to bring in more in your life. So it's very how do you say it, practical. So it's not just something that we can talk about, like think positive thoughts. Well, I'm trying, but it's just not happening. But these tools are helping you to remember why and who you are, and allows you to step into a more conscious life. Yeah.
Man, this is good. You guys, you know what? It's just like the good stuff start happening when we're running out of time. This is so good. I love how SOFEYA talks about the water. Yes, you guys, you need to start drinking more water. Like she said, you are 60% water, right? Our bodies are 60% water, and we don't understand what water does when we intake it. You know, it really helps us on the inside. So when we're talking about what's happening on the inside of you, right? And how you're taking, how you're making these changes, right? And what we want in life, water is a big component of all of that. And so, oh my God, we have like run out of time. We are like in the last couple of minutes for contact. I'm gonna have to have you back because this is good. I'm telling you, when Sophia took the stage at Run, I was in the back of the room. And so I'm standing back there and I'm hearing all this. First, I heard all this commotion. People were like, oh my God, you know, and people were clapping. And I walked in and she started talking about the analogies of water and what it does and how we need to speak. You know, everything starts with, you know, our morning and what are we saying about ourselves and how we want today and our future to be. And it just kind of changed some of my thoughts of how, just like today, I started this whole podcast about how we need to command the morning and what are we saying out of our mouth about what today is going to be. You know, is today going to be a bad day like yesterday, or is it going to be a good day because I'm changing my thoughts of what I believe today should be. And so, man, girl, we have got to get back together. So tell people how they can get in touch with you,
100%.
how they can get even the videos, or how do they get more information about this?
Well, the easiest to get me on Messenger, on Messenger, Sophia, Sarah Joseph. Just send me a message and I will respond. So I can up the www.imaginedlife.com/VIP. They can download their success I imagined and watch the video and kind of get started with that. And I stick it as the cheapest way to kind of get into it. I like $18 and you can really begin changing the life, so they could get that as well. So all of that information, they can come to my Facebook page and connect with me on Messenger. I would be very happy to have a conversation and explain this further, because this is just one quality. There are 50 qualities and they're not random. We actually do the blueprint for life, where you choose the qualities according to what your blueprint for life is. Like I don't want to use the words human design because we're not affiliated with this other program that's called human design, but I promise you this is better. It's easier. You know exactly what you need to practice and in the order in which you have to practice it. It's unbelievable, truly.
So listen, this recording will also be on my YouTube channel. So listen, we have run out of time, but this has been so good. I have so many more questions for you, Sophia. I'm gonna have you come back on. And listen, like she said, get her on Facebook Messenger. You see her name is right here on the Zoom screen. And we have run out of time. I am Dr. Cassandra Bradford. You have been watching Business First with me, Dr. Cass, and I'll see you guys at the top. Thank you so much, Sophia. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Bye, guys. We're out of time. Bye-bye.